My home isn't messy, but it is dirty. It needs to be cleaned desperately. I decided to start with the guest bathroom first. I want to give everything a good vacuum, and oh my goodness, does this light not illuminate everything? It's so scary how much dust accumulates in here. So I want to give that a good vacuum, and then I'm going to enlist my robots to help as well. I have 2 Brava mop robots, so I got those ready to clean and then went back to the bathroom to wipe everything down, the mirror, the sink, the soap dispenser, all the different things. Just want to get all the dust and germs and grime off of everything. Get everything all clean. I always like to polish everything, and then I had to give the toilet, of course, a good clean. Also wipe down with some wipes, and then I can put on a new roll of toilet paper because I used the last little bit while I was cleaning the toilet. I let one of the Bravas mop the floor, and then once it was done, I could put back the trash and the plunger and the toilet brush and all the different things. And then I decided to have the robot clean the shower floor. So I'll let that work, and then I headed off because I had some construction in here done recently. This is a little closet right by my laundry room, and there was just a little bit of dirt left, a little paint speckle, so I wanted to get that off. They did a pretty good job cleaning up, but I just wanted to give everything a once over. There were a couple little marks in the closet floor, so I wanted to color those in with a special marker for the wood floors, and once they dry, you can't see it. Then I noticed a couple more on some furniture, so I finished that too, put away a cup, and then after that, it was time to make my bed, much to Cooper's dismay. He was hiding in there taking a nap, and he's like, hey, what the heck? Why'd you take my pickle? But I wanted to make my bed really quick because it always looks so messy when it's undone. Cooper, of course, came right back, and don't be fooled. A few minutes later, he also knocked over the pillows, but that's okay. I put away some drinks, and then it was time for the worst part. My shower is so disgusting right now, so I wanted to take everything down so that I could clean. I always squeegee my shower every time I shower, but I don't squeegee like where these little things hang, so I want to let those soak for a little bit and then clean the glass where those normally are because it got kind of grimy. And then trigger warning, this is absolutely disgusting. This is my linear drain, and be prepared. Look away if you want. Yeah, all the hair. That is so gross. I nearly gagged. It was so disgusting. I wanted to give this a really thorough clean, so I let some soap sit for a minute, and then I came back with a power scrubber, scrubbed everything down, and I'm not even showing all of the dirt because it was so gross. Once it was all nice and clean, I rinsed everything off with some hot water, including the brushes. I cleaned those really, really well, and then I was able to put the drain cover back, and it just is so much better. Then it was time to go flip some laundry. I had a dark load in, so I wanted to hang up some things, put in some things to dry, and then put in a load of white clothes to clean. Once that got started, then it was time for yet another bathroom. I went into the powder room, and this one gets a little more use than the guest bathroom, so I wanted to give everything a good wipe down, a good clean. The sink, this is kind of an odd, like semi-flush vessel sink, and then I had to have a little intermission because Cooper was getting clean too, so I took him down to the groomer, dropped him off at the mobile groomer, and then was back to toilet cleaning. What a fun day. The powder room was all done just in time to flip laundry again, so I got that going, and then it was time for folding. Isn't folding the worst part of laundry? I swear it is, but it's okay. It's fine. I got everything folded, put everything away. Once I finished putting away all the clothes, then I headed over to the living room because I want to wipe off all the areas where I eat. I always eat in front of the TV, which is so bad, but it's like the only TV time. Then I went into the guest bedroom. No one stayed here since last time I cleaned, but of course it still gets dusty. So I just wanted to give everything a good wipe, and then I headed to the dining room to clean that off too. Again, I don't really use my dining table, but it still gets dusty. Then to my office, this does get fingerprints everywhere. And then I went into my bedroom to give everything a good wipe again. And then I went back to my bathroom just to finish off the last few surfaces, my sink and around my bathtub, which again, this is like a dust magnet. I truly don't understand why this area in particular gets so dusty, but it always does. And then I wanted to wipe off the glass on the other side of my shower, clean out the sinks, and then it was time for the third and final toilet to be cleaned. So I gave that a good scrub, and then I went to take some Clorox wipes to wipe everything down. And once that was done, I gave it a good wipe with a microfiber cloth as well. And then my trash can was full, so I pushed the little button so that it would seal off the trash bag so I didn't have to touch anything, and I disposed of that. And then it was time for the kitchen. I just wanted to give the counters one final wipe down, clean everything, dust everything. It wasn't really that dirty because I haven't really been cooking, but still wanted to give everything a good wipe. And there's always dust by the paper towels. I think the lint from it or whatever comes off. So yeah, clean that, give it a good wipe, and then clean my sink. And that's always the final step. Anytime I'm cleaning, give that a good scrub. I hate cleaning the sink, but it has to be done. And then I just wanted to light a candle, and that's all the time that I had for today, but it looks so much better and it feels so much better. And as soon as I was done cleaning, I got a call that Cooper was also done being groomed. So that was really perfect timing, and I headed back downstairs to pick him up from the mobile groomer, and he was all clean and fluffy too, and so happy to be home.